What's up everyone, welcome back to Luxury Auto Zone. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss the hottest content in the world of luxury performance. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most anticipated cars of the decade, the 2026 Dodge Charger Daytona. But let me tell you now, this is no ordinary Charger. Dodge didn't just rewrite the rulebook, they shredded it, built a new one out of carbon fiber, and lit it on fire for good measure. Now before we get into the raw numbers, let's just appreciate the fact that Dodge has dared to electrify a legend. The Charger nameplate has always stood for muscle, menace, and unmistakable presence. But the 2026 Daytona takes that legacy and rockets it into the future with a new EV platform that's not just about zero emissions, it's about maximum attitude. First glance, this thing is a rolling statement. From its wide stance to the aggressive aerodynamic lines, the Charger Daytona is the embodiment of American muscle reimagined. The front fascia is sculpted like a predator in motion, with a seamless LED light bar that stretches across the grille, or should I say, the R-wing. That's right, Dodge fitted this beast with a functional front aerodynamic wing, channeling air through a pass-through in the nose to keep the car planted and menacing at speed. It's more than design, it's function, it's fury. And speaking of fury, under that sculpted body lies Stellantis St. Le Large platform, a dedicated EV chassis that supports up to 800-volt architecture. Translation: this thing charges like a maniac and performs like it's on fire, without a single drop of fuel. In its top Banshee trim, yes, the Banshee, named appropriately, the Daytona pumps out more than 800 horsepower through all four wheels, thanks to a dual-motor AWD setup. That puts it in supercar territory, but with the soul of a Detroit street fighter. We're talking 0 to 60 in the mid-2-second range, quarter mile in under 10, and all of this in an electric vehicle that still finds a way to scream. Yes, Dodge engineered what they call the Fratzonic chambered exhaust, a system that synthesizes a bone-shaking 126 decibel roar using a unique amplification chamber. It's not fake, it's not piped-in speaker nonsense. It's performance sound with physical vibrations. Dodge knew its audience, they knew muscle needed a voice, and they gave it one. Step inside and you're met with a cockpit that oozes power and sophistication. The 2026 Daytona doesn't just feel futuristic, it feels like the command center of a next-generation battleship. A 16-inch curved digital instrument cluster dominates your view, flanked by a massive 12.3-inch central infotainment screen, and an optional 8-inch heads-up display right in the windshield. Every pixel, every transition, buttery smooth. Customizable drive modes let you tailor every element of the vehicle, from throttle response to steering weight, suspension feel, and even the volume of that thunderous Fratzonic system. Materials: nothing short of premium. We're talking Alcantara, carbon fiber, aluminum accents, contrast stitching that looks like it was done by a Savile Row tailor. And that ambient lighting, it's not just there for mood. It pulses in sync with the powertrain when you floor it, making every launch an experience. Now let's talk customization, because Dodge knows Charger buyers don't want cookie-cutter rides. The Daytona will be available with multiple trim levels, wheel options up to 22 inches, unique color palettes, interior themes, and a performance parts catalog straight out of an SRT engineer's fever dream. Want adaptive dampers, carbon ceramic brakes, track-tuned aero kits? They've got it. And for those who want exclusivity, Dodge will be offering limited edition models. Think launch editions with serialized plaques, unique finishes, and preloaded software features that won't be available anywhere else. Tech doesn't end at performance either. The 2026 Charger Daytona is fully connected. OTA updates, advanced driver assistance systems, 360-degree cameras, and a next-gen Uconnect 6 system that integrates voice control, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and predictive navigation that can reroute based on your real-time battery consumption and region braking. It's smart muscle, and it's always learning. Let's not forget about range. Thanks to the 800-volt battery system and regenerative braking tech pulled straight from Formula E playbooks, you're looking at an estimated range north of 500 miles in its extended configuration. With fast charging capabilities pushing up to 350 kilowatts, you can add nearly 100 miles of range in just 10 minutes. That's not just competitive, that's dominance. And yes, this level of engineering, design, and soul doesn't come cheap. The base models might start in the high $50,000 range, but for the full-fat Banshee edition with every option box ticked, you're looking at a price tag north of $110,000. And honestly, Worth every penny. This isn't just a car. It's a revolution on wheels. It's what happens when you refuse to compromise, when you blend performance heritage with electric audacity. For the purists, it's a resurrection. For the next gen, it's a declaration. Dodge didn't just build an EV. They built a myth, reborn. The 2026 Charger Daytona isn't playing by Tesla's rules. It's kicking down the garage door with a supercharged electric snarl and leaving tire marks on the future. So if you're still out there thinking EVs are soft, soulless machines, the Daytona is here to smoke that narrative and drop the mic on the way out. We're entering an era where green doesn't mean weak, it means war paint for a new kind of horsepower. In Dodge, they just strapped a lightning bolt to the muscle car throne. That's it for today's deep dive into the 2026 Dodge Charger Daytona. Hit like if this blew your mind, drop a comment below if you'd take this over a Hellcat, and don't forget to subscribe because we've got more luxury, more power, and more fire coming your way right here on Luxury Auto Zone. Until next time, keep your wheels spinning and your standards sky high. Peace.